the compound Tirzepatide world in the Semaglutide patent saga. A couple big updates that I wanted to make sure that I brought to you immediately as this news is breaking. Of course, we'll have more to come on this as more information develops in both of these stories. Of course, we'll probably be talking about these tomorrow on the podcast on the pen, the weekly dose. But I wanted to bring you some information this afternoon that I think is absolutely game changing with the compound Tirzepatide. So essentially what happened today is in a federal court in Fort Worth, Texas, a lawsuit was filed against the FDA by the Outsourcing Facilities Association. Now, the Outsourcing Association it's a mouthful. Outsourcing Facilities Association is an association of 503B pharmacies. Outsourcing facilities is just another word for what they do. And of course, the 503Bs are a safeguard against drug shortages in the United States. It's literally their job to pick up the slack when drugs are in an FDA shortage. And so essentially what they are alleging in this lawsuit, again, filed today in federal court in Fort Worth, Texas, is that the FDA acted swiftly and arbitrarily to determine that the medication was out of shortage. They're also alleging that the process was arbitrary, leaving patients and outsourcing facilities sort of high and dry, and that they were acting in lockstep with Eli Lilly, who has a vested interest in basically monopolizing the market. So it will be very interesting to see in the short term whether the judge grants a stay in this case that would allow the continuation of mass production via 503B pharmacies of Tirzepatide. This could be a major game changer and a major development in the compound Tirzepatide saga. Of course, we'll have more as this comes. Thank you for those who are coming into the live stream. Again, this was filed by the Outsourcing Facilities Association. It is a trade association of 503B pharmacies. Just massive, massive news. This is a dog fight in the neighborhood or something right now. But wanted to bring this to you right away. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up as you come into the live stream today. There's another huge development today on the GLP-1 accessibility front. And this is unrelated necessarily to Tirzepatide, but this is major news in and of its own right. Check this out. Semaglutide, we've talked about it on the pen for some time, how Ozempic's patent is a bit flimsy, and there have been challenges by a company called Viatris. Viatris has some subsidiaries that have filed lawsuits in India on the patent of Semaglutide, trying to bring a generic Ozempic to market in 2026. Now, that case was settled today with Novo Nordisk in the favor of Viatris, meaning that it could potentially bring a generic version of Ozempic to the market in India in 2026. Now, you might say, what does that have to do with Ozempic in the United States? Well, a couple things. A market as large as India, giving part of that market share over to a generic version of Ozempic would have massive implications on the cost of GLP-1s worldwide, which could force the prices down on Ozempic in the United States. Now, secondly, it's important to understand that Viatris also has lawsuits going in the United States at the same time with the U.S. Patent and Trademark offices against Wegovy. And these patents have to do with the dosing regimen for Wegovy and Ozempic. And essentially, that should be settled soon. In this case, the way that it kind of shook out in India could impact the case here in the United States. So we'll see resolution to the one in the United States, but this is a huge development in the Semaglutide patent saga. We've been talking about the implications of the market exclusivity versus the patent on a medication, and this could be an absolute game changer for Semaglutide. So these are two major stories that could both impact price and accessibility in the United States. Of course, GLP-1 medications have addressed a underlying biological need that many people who struggle with the metabolic disease of obesity and type 2 diabetes need to control their metabolic disease. Now, if you're here and you are new to the channel, my name is Dave Knapp. I am the founder of a company called OnThePen. We cover all things obesity medicine, type 2 diabetes medicine. And so make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, hit subscribe while you're here, and stay in touch with all the latest breaking news on all of the things that affect type 2 diabetes and obesity medicine. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the best part of what we do at OnThePen. It's been great to share some of this breaking news with you. Please make sure that you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it somewhere, because this is absolutely breaking news. Wanted to make sure that I brought this information to you as soon as possible today. Thanks for hanging out with me for just a couple minutes today. Of course, tomorrow we'll have our OnThePen, the weekly dose podcast drop, and we'll go over these in further detail. So make sure that you hit the thumbs up button and hit subscribe. That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news on Mounjaro, Wegovy, Ozempic, Saxenda, Victoza, Trulicity, Zepbound, all of the medications that are just changing people's lives. So thanks for being along with me on my journey. Pleasure to share some of your journey with you as well, and we'll catch you